Hello world, it's The Pharcyde, it's Imani.
This is Booty Brown.
Right now you're tuned in to Westside TV. Westside of London, that is. Westside.
Yes, underdog of the underground here, Krash Williams, Westside TV. I am joined by two West Coast legends from the golden era. My parents probably created me to them. It is none other than The Pharcyde. What is going on?
Nothing. Peace. Thanks for having us, Westside.
How's it feel to be back in the UK?
UK is, I kind of say like if we had a second home in Europe, UK would probably be the second home. Next to Amsterdam. Well, Amsterdam would probably be hometown.
Yeah. I could probably figure out why. You toured with Gorillas. I'm like,
For sure.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
so, we do our own thing. Like, basically, we have our own unit. And, we like to, we keep it in the mix. We don't be everywhere, but we be places,
Okay, cool. So, in terms of UK artists, like at the moment, who you really feeling? Who do you think's doing it at the moment?
Kano's my man. Bashy's my man.
Cool.
So,
Real rap heads.
I can listen to them. You know what I'm saying? I listen to them because those are my folks that I kind of know. So like I can.
Theophilus London, that's his name.
Oh yeah.
I bought his last record, but dude, still many music come out.
And then you have like people like Omar.
In terms of the process back then to now, what's it like in terms of making a record?
When you sample from record into hardware, not so much sampling from record into a computer software program or something like that. You kind of have to be able to do a little bit more than you have to do these days as far as with the technology.
So do you feel like sampling as a whole like has gotten a bit lazy, or do you feel like it was a bit more?
I don't think it. See, sampling is not. I don't think it's the people get. I can understand because I've seen the transgression from the beginning to where it is now. So I just look at it like you could just do a lot more. Now, whether people choose to do a lot more with it, that's up to the individual. There's people out there that like I'll say like Flying Lotus.
Yeah.
That to me like. He's sampling, but like he's not sampling like your other, like everybody else samples. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell he's doing a lot more into it. So I can't.
Lawsuits changed the sample game too, though.
Yeah.
Because at first you could just find a record that's dope by sampling, no trouble. Now you got to make sure who it is, what label they with, what's their publishing company, all that kind of stuff. And the technology, you can make a record with this right here. And back in the day, you had the tapes, you had an engineer, you had a board, you had a vocal booth, you had all this. You can go in a room in the closet with an iPhone and pump out a beat.
Okay, so we're gonna go way back in time with Drop. Drop is arguably one of my favorite hip hop videos of all time. For those who don't know at home, you guys learnt your lyrics backwards with a linguistics expert. So do you guys remember any of those lyrics?
It wasn't actual words, it was like sounds. And so
like phonetics.
So the sounds that you could do and the way that you would move your mouth, he know that it would turn around the other way. So we had a couple of days of practice of like, okay, just say it one. Like if you did it, it would just sound like whatever. But when you turned it around and flipped it, then it would make a word. But it was just all just written down like you said, flashcards, and
It wasn't a lot of cuts either.
In terms of dance and hip hop, what do you feel about now? Like
when you make a song to dance, like those songs always do good. You know what I'm saying? Like it always crosses over. So like what you have the Dilla, what's the Dilla shuffle now? Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that one.
That's like the new dance.
Do you guys know how to do that?
Please, you gotta look up the Dilla shuffle. That's like the new dance that everybody's doing now. But most of that I see now is like it's more like step kind of chorus things, like everybody's doing the same kind of dance. And when we got into it, it was more or less like freestyle. So that I think like that
you couldn't like choreograph that, like it was
but that played into the whole area of like freestyle rhyming. So like it was like we freestyle rhyming, we freestyle dancing. You know what I'm saying? And so like nowadays it's like we're all doing the same dance, kind of all doing the same rhyme. You know what I'm saying? The same style of rhyme. So I love dancing. I can understand where hip hop is at right now because of whatever. But
It is what it is.
When I go,
I'm not going to the club doing none of them dances.
I don't see people dancing in the club no more. Unless it's like that type of club where like.
What about twerking? I mean, do you feel like that's considered dancing or?
Twerking?
Yeah.
That's strip club on the dance floor. I mean, that's you moving. I don't know if that's dancing. That's
I mean, I think there's like, what's the they do in Jamaica? What's
they
the
doing gymnastics when they twerk?
No, that's not what.
Daggering.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got twerking, and then you got daggering. It's like the.
I've seen like wrestling moves almost. You know,
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like you get hurt doing that.
Okay, so you guys used to be a 4, and now you're a 2, right? So, in terms of if you were to have 2 new members from the new school, who would they be? From the new school. I've got examples, and these are people that I personally listen to, right? So you have a choice of Tyler the Creator, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Danny Brown. Pick 2 of them.
I want something. I want to have my own.
Okay.
I want Absol and Danny Brown.
Yeah, because Absol, like, he opened for you at one point, right?
We did a show with him.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Danny Brown definitely. And
Okay, so we got 1. Yeah.
And who would
I say? Drake, Kendrick Lamar. Did you say Schoolboy Q?
Nah, because I wanted to kind of pick one person from each different camp.
I may have to throw the twist and say Smooch's homeboy and say Cuddy, because Cuddy would be the guy that I think that would add the other
the hooks or
strange little edge to it. You know what I'm saying? He would add the strange little edge to it. I think Cuddy would do it.
Cool. So on your second album, you worked with arguably one of the greatest producers of all time, J Dilla. What was it like, quickly, just working with J Dilla?
Okay, this is how I like to, in hindsight, when we was working with him, he wasn't the greatest yet. So it's difficult when you put in the contest when you're talking about, because you're looking at him in hindsight like he's the greatest. When we worked with him, he was nobody. So it was real easy to work with. It was super.
It's just your boy, like
Pharcyde working with him. So he was nobody. The record company really didn't want us to work with him because he didn't have a name yet, and they were really infatuated with the J Swift thing because we were coming off Bizarre Ride, and they were like, "Why do you want to pay this unknown person?" We went to New York to get some names.
Basically, when we went to New York, we supposed to work with Tip. We were supposed to work with Premier. That was like Pharcyde's second album was going to be that album that's laced.
We ended up working with Diamond D a lot.
But when we got there, Tip was busy working on Mobb Deep's album. He was working on some other stuff. So the only thing that we could do, Tip said, "Hey man, here's this tape. You should check it out. I got this dude from Detroit." So I said, "Oh man," heard the tape. They were like 45-second clips. Bow. That's the song. We know what we want. We go back to tell the label, "Yo, we got this hot new stuff." Label's like, "Ugh, we don't like that. We don't like that." And then that's where, like, because the label didn't like it, that's how everybody, everybody felt like the second album was like, that's not Bizarre Ride, that's not this. But like, my thing was never to make, like, I didn't want to make another.
You didn't want to emulate the same thing again.
New York to change the sound.
Yeah,
While we went to New York, and it was Q-Tip, all shouts. He's the one that made it happen.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have to give us the tape. He could have held on that tape and had all our songs, let our songs be some New Tribe shit. But he was like, yo.
Now, I want to talk about your mama, basically. You guys created a blueprint for schools, like, across the world with that song, Your Mama. So
we were just following what came before us. We used to bag, we couldn't, it got too serious, and
it's hilarious. I mean, but like,
that's serious.
It got serious. Sorry about that, people. We just had to take a bizarre ride to another side of Chelsea, under the bridge. Part two. So yeah, we cut it off. We was talking about your mama and the influence of that.
Yeah. So basically, the jokes got really serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, at first it was kind of like comedy. And then it started talking about real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that could be hurtful. Stuff that make you want to fight. And so, like, we couldn't do it no more. Like, it just got too serious,
Your mom don't love your daddy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like,
you don't have abortion. That kind of.
Down.
Yeah. Like, your mom's a lesbian.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she left your dad.
I got some here, man.
That kind of stuff. And then it just got serious. Like, oh, shit. Like, he really said that. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, nobody wants to hear that.
We kind of shy away from it, man.
She shy away from it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, because
okay.
you want to do it. We got so real with it that you can't turn back to go.
You want to hit bone with that, like,
right.
Yeah. Okay, yeah,
right.
Yeah. Oh well, I got some here. Tell me if my material is good or not. I don't know. Your mama's so dumb she thought Tupac Shakur was a Jewish holiday. Okay. In terms of Bizarre Ride, what's gonna happen? Because I mean, I've kind of heard that there might be like a number 3. I mean, is that from you guys or what's going on?
That is purely 1000% false. The whole thing about Pharcyde is to be innovative and creative and to keep pushing it to like try new things and add new things. And if we did it already, there's no need to repeat it.
Right. To me, like that feeling that people would want, me being the age that I am, this being 2014, I don't think you could actually pull that off. I don't think
Our
like
kids are the age we were when we made that record.
How old are your kids, if you don't mind?
My son turns 17 tomorrow, and my oldest son is 20.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
So my daughter's 19. You know what I'm saying? She's in college, so it's just like or university. You know what I'm saying? So like it's no way that I could do the same things like saying Mr. Officer. You know what I'm saying? That's like, I was young, I was in the car, I didn't have a license. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that.
It's a bit more like responsible, like
well, it's not even a bit, it's like, my life is just not like that anymore. So it would be totally false for me to go back and just try to emulate that my life is like that. And I wouldn't even want to put people, I feel like my intelligence level is a different thing, and I wouldn't want to put people's minds in that frame. Like, I want to put them in a different frame, them something,
take them further kind of thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to be teaching people, not like leading people the wrong way. I feel like that's kind of leading people the wrong way, and if I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, guys, it's been a real pleasure jam with you. Appreciate it. Just before we go, well, let me sign out first and foremost.
No, don't sign off.
No.
You sign off, it's over.
All right, cool. If we sign off, it's over. I'm pretty much really inspired by you guys. The first thing that I did when I was told I was going to do this interview was I got my pen, I got my pad, and I started writing some lyrics. So
you make songs?
I make songs, man. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to like plug or whatever or anything like that, but I was just wondering, could we just do like a quick cypher?
No.
Nah?
I'm not into ciphering, and really, I'm gonna just be 1000% with you. That's not my thing. We used to freestyle to make songs, to get song ideas. Some people, that's their thing. Like, I'm not a good freestyler. I don't like freestyling unless I feel like freestyling. When someone says freestyle, that's like somebody.
No, freestyle. We could do some real.
What you do?
We could do some real.
Dance. Come to the show tonight, check me out. That's where I put my work in. This is an interview, you viewing my inner. This ain't a performance. And I'm just being 1000 with you.
Cool. No, that's cool.
Under some circumstances, I would play myself because someone tell me to do something, so I just start doing it because they tell me to do it.
No, I hear you, man. I hear you.
I used to be like that. I used to be gung-ho. I used to be like, yeah, let me get on the blah. And then you go back and look at yourself and be like, oh, I sound so terrible. Like, I kick myself all the time. So now, like, when I do that kind of stuff, I have to be conscious because, I mean, back then, you maybe had like one social network, but now you got a gang of social networks. So if you suck, the world sees you suck. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You never see the dope shit. They only put the boops and blunders up on.
You gonna be like, yeah, this is when I was serving Pharcyde. Look at me kill him.
Nah. It would have been an honor, but still, either way, it's an honor, man. But totally.
Don't waste your spit. If you want to spit, don't let us.
Yeah,
you want me to spit?
I'm right here. You right here. Do your thing. I want to hear it.
All right. Fine. All right. Listen, yo. Fresh out of uni with honors, but don't recruit me, salute me. I flew in first class over the moon with it. Haters get to recruiting, employers prepping excuses like my career is inexperienced too. Get it? Or I'm overqualified. I think they're all lying because I've been so hungry to want to swallow pride. But every year I rise to hit my goals in life. If I die proud, I'll ghostwrite a poltergeist. Yeah, but in this present time, restless I've become, cause some never live up to their values. I'll never be that dude. Mark my words in tattoo. The system that we live in, rhythms catch you like musical statues. I've been Krash Williams, they've been The Pharcyde. Thank you so much for letting me do that.
Don't waste your spit.
Westside TV.
Spit your spit.
Don't waste your spit.
Spit your spit. Spit your spit. Don't waste your spit.
That was tight, man. That was tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just say, for all those MCs out there, you know what I'm saying? Don't do your lane, you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid Like you wasn't afraid. I do that. You know what I'm saying?